My friends, it is Guild Battle Time, Destiny's Flight 21-3. We got Red Velvet Dragon, Avatar Destiny on deck and tapped, and we're going to bring it to you here in today's episode. Thank you for tuning in as always. Now, a quick shout out for the guild. Keep everything up, everyone. We do have 6 slots available actually right now as a top 500 guild, which is crazy. We are on Hollyberry. If you're a guild looking for players or players looking for a guild, the Discord's great. You can also use chat in the comments, my friends. I know lots of players use that as well. Just a quick shout out as we recalibrate here, because we got the guild siege coming up as well. So I want to make sure players are aware, if you're looking for one, you can certainly join ours right now. Ping me in the Discord or DM me. However, back to your regularly scheduled program here for Red Velvet Dragon, Avatar Destiny. All right, so a couple things here. Let's get into it here with Red Velvet Dragon, my friends. First and foremost, couple things. This one, again, does have the Red Velvet Dragon reflects damage back to the attacker. So something we do need to keep in mind. I'll talk about that here for our team. We have our team ideas here. As you can see with these particular cookies, we got the darkness team, we got the poison team. We see Dark Choco back in here, by the way. Many players were asking me about that. In particular on this poison team, and that is the one that we are going to run here today. Can we put matcha in? Yes, you can put matcha in. Feel free to do that. In matcha's case and defense, you're probably going to want to be on solid almond. In our case, though, we are using Rebel Cookie as that swap. For me in particular, Rebel does a nice job and holds things up. Here we are focused on that attack with Old Pilgrim Scroll, Dream Connector's Whistle, and cooldown with Sleepyhead's Jelly Watch. Everything else really focused on dealing that damage, okay? Now, a couple things here. Let's go ahead and take a look at our gear. What you can be on, just like I am, solid almond here for that survivability, my friends, depending on where you're at. Let's go over the biscuits here. You could be on cooldown, you could be on attack. It's really going to depend on that level of that dragon, that damage coming back. It does scale a little bit lighter than it used to, so keep those things in mind. I believe right now solid almond is going to be our trick. You can always move over to more damage resist as well here. For now, though, we're going to stay on that. We do have attack and attack speed as the trade-off there. Here we're on attack and cooldown. Here we're on cooldown and poison damage. Here we're on attack and more attack. And then here we're on survivability. If we want to do a little bit more poison, we can move over there. We do have some damage resist here. We got damage resist, defense, defense, defense. I'm going to stay here for that survivability because Candy Apple does get killed for me. So it's really, really important to kind of keep those ideas and that spectrum alive in terms of attack to survivability. When it comes to these bosses, when you do lose a cookie, you definitely also lose damage. So very important on that. All right, so there's our team. There's our breakdown. That is Red Velvet Dragon. It's time for us to get in there and deal some damage to contribute to the guild, my friends. All right, let's go. RVD. Now, again, you can watch down below here. It's going to help you understand whether or not you can be more attack forward or need to be more on the defensive side, depending on the level. We are at that 178. Right now, we do see that we're not sustaining too much, I guess, damage, quite frankly, right? We are surviving. Look at that. Big, big difference. So let's go ahead. I'm going to show you. We're at 178. We're going to flip over to a little bit more on the attack side instead. So if we go this way, we take some of those things that I talked about. Let's actually move to attack. We'll select there, there, there. Here we're on damage. We could go to attack if we wanted to, but we want to keep those stacks on. Here we'll move over to these two. Okay, there we go. And let's hit it one more time so you can see some of those adjustments as well there. All right, here we go. Now we're much more heavy on attack. We'll see if we can survive. So look at that. Candy Apple really struggling, my friends. Really struggling. So now that we've lost Candy Apple, we will deal probably more than likely less damage. Now, we're doing okay, though, on Rebel. There we go. Look at that, 2 million. So the sweet spot for us will be this. Let's go back here. If we switch over and go to edit one more time. So we're on attack there. We can stay there. Attack, cooldown, attack. We're going to want to probably blend it between the two. Let's see if that deals a little bit better. So we got a little bit more damage resist. Or we could go this way, actually. Let's switch over to these two. This one might be a little bit better. There we go. All right, here we go. Third time is a charm. Now, look at this. This time, Candy Apple's doing a little bit better. Now, what we lose when we don't go as fast here with Rebel Cookie is that additional shield. But look at this. There we go. There we go. And there we have it. Much more damage, as you can see from that perspective. Very, very nice. We found and thread the needle in terms of where we're at with this particular dragon here today and walk through those key concepts. Now it's time for us to move on over to Avatar of Destiny. All right, Avatar of Destiny here. Couple things when it comes to this one. We do have that reversal passive there, and over here, the weakness, aura inflicting more damage. The big one's that Oblivion, where it just knocks your cookie out, or Punishment. Where is it? Doom, actually. There it is. Where it knocks out 100% of your cookies max HP. So making sure that you have that overage on the shield is going to be key to your success here. In terms of our teams, we got two teams here. We got the Blackberry team, which is more of a speed-focused team, and some electric damage there with Twizzly. And then over here, we do have our Putting All Mode team. And again, the speed swap and healing swap there with Menchoko instead, and Star Coral as well. So not big heals over time, and then focused on attack and speed. You can click apply, and that's going to drop it in there for you. Let's go ahead and talk about our particular team. So we're running this one, the Star Coral one, with Putting All Mode and Creme Brulee. Once again, here we're on the same treasures. And then in terms of the gear, we're actually on attack speed. Lots of attack speed here. Here we're on cooldown. This one could be a little bit better. Here we're on attack speed and attack speed as well. Here we're on cooldown, and then here we're on cooldown and cooldown. We've talked about a little bit more on that attack speed last time. This deals more damage for us, and many players in the comments also were saying that was the focus and better way to run. So that is how we are running today as well. All right, so 170, let's get into it. Couple things on this one here though. Timing is very important, so we're going to slow down. We're going to take away auto. What you want to do is essentially get all these things going here before you start dealing damage. All right, and then once you get Creme Brulee loaded up, we wait till those things drop, and then we drop there. And then you want to make sure you get that heal on, just like that, which kept Putting All in Mode alive. Now we'll do it again. One more hit. We'll get all these things off. There we go. There we go. We'll switch over to auto, because we're going to wait on Putting All in Mode there for the drop. We'll hit Creme Brulee and then Putting All in Mode one last time. Oop, I mistimed it. So we're going to get a little bit of damage off for that, even though the steps were the right steps. Just 1 second behind there. All right, and there we go. Avatar of Destiny into the billion. We can do more when we get that timing set up nicely, a little bit nicer. So with that, my friends, there is our teams for us here today between Avatar of Destiny, Red Velvet Dragon for you, showing a little bit more of the details and breakdown and trade-offs there in Red Velvet Dragon today. And then obviously the timing with Avatar of Destiny as well. And last but not least, don't forget, we do have those slots available to us in our guild right now, right here for you, that you can check out on Hollyberry. If you're looking for a guild, we actually got 6. Like I said, feel free to join us as well. We'd love to have you. Now, if you're a player looking for a guild or a guild looking for a player, chat, it's a great spot in the comments, and then additionally in the Discord, my friends. All right, with that, that concludes today's episode, my friends. If you still got questions, comments, let me know, and thank you. Thank you for tuning in and for your support. As always, I truly do appreciate it. And get out there, contribute to your guild. You got some great rewards coming, and we got some more great, awesome guild stuff headed your way, as always. Until next time, my friends, keep on running.